going on, guys, and welcome back. I know it's been a while since we've last come together, and I do apologize, but you know what? I'm back, and guys, I got a ton to update you guys with. There's been a ton that we've done, and I got a lot coming up in the future that I'm excited to share with you guys. So we're gonna be back on YouTube, back doing the videos, and getting her done. Hope you guys aren't too upset that it's been a while. I know a lot of you guys have been following along, and I really appreciate the support. We've gained, we're over 1,000 subscribers now, and a lot of the videos have been doing pretty well looking back. And, again, huge thank you guys for the support. Really, really appreciate it. And yeah, any of you guys that haven't followed me on Instagram, TikTok, or I guess Facebook, you guys kind of in the dark of what we're doing. So kind of going to give you guys an update on everything going on. It'll be more of a talking video, unfortunately, but there's a lot to go over. So first thing I want to do is give you guys kind of a shop update, because it's been a while. You guys can see we got some stuff going on in the background. We're in my engine trans building room, and you know what? I think that's where we're going to start this little update. Start off in my engine transmission build room. Been a while since we've been in here, and last time it was a bit more of a mess than it is today. You can see here I got kind of my spare parts and cores here, just extra parts for engines, transmissions, vehicles in general, whatever. I'm a real hoarder. I don't like throwing stuff away. You never know when you're going to need it. Rear housing or rear covers for Cummins. We got stock 6.7 intake manifolds, valve covers for Cummins, valve covers for 6.0s, rocker boxes, whole bunch of stuff. Really nice to have. You break something, you come grab it. If it's already broken, we can replace it and help the customer out. And obviously for cores and building engines and stuff, it's nice to have cores. We got some 48 and a 47 broken down on the cart here. And then moving on, we got a 700 HD 48 build on the bench. That means it's rated for 700 horsepower, and you can tell that by the black housing, or the black case, I should say, and the gunmetal gray tail housing. Basically our signature for the 700 package, but that means it's going to get the Sonex one-piece billet input shaft, the Randy's triple disc converter. Everything else looks good. It'll get GPZ clutches, some billet upgrades here and there, but otherwise it's going to be a solid unit. You guys can see the benches. I got them all kind of organized. A lot of spare parts, fluids up here, and spray stuff, and then all my extra spares now. I got bearings and H bearings, P bearings. I got rings and more rings and ARP lube, and tons more ARP lube. Got a little hack is you just take all this stuff and keep refilling your big bottles, so you only have to buy a bottle once. So that's kind of cool. And then my pegboard is starting to get it kind of populated. We got our 68 section, our 48 section, or 47's 48 section, Allison section kind of neglected over there. Haven't done many Allisons lately. We got a 68 getting staged, ready to go. I just got it torn down on the bench the other day. Waiting on parts for this as well from Randy's. This one's going to get our stage 2 or our 700 HD package as well for the 68, which means it's going to get a Sonex overdrive hub. We're going to get the pinions welded on this planet here. And again, Randy's billet triple disc, billet valve body, billet input shaft, upgraded clutch pack, the whole nine. A really great package for the 68, guys. And then over here, I'm still kind of trying to organize my part shelf. It's just kind of all my extra new parts and stuff like that. I got some parts for new projects that I got going on, and moving on into the shop. As usual, we're staying pretty busy. I'll try to make this brief, but here we got Austin's 1500 full send edition 6.7 build. Finished this up a couple months ago, and just finally getting around to getting it installed. We were waiting on a couple oddball parts, but got her fired up the other day. And today, after this video, I got to get in and get it broken, get the cam braking done, get the hot retorque done, and we'll start putting this all together. Right now it doesn't have the turbo on, but it's getting a forced inductions S480. And for those of you that don't know, this is the same engine build that I have on my Mega Cab, and basically it's a 6.7 standard bore, stock crank, Waggler Street Fighter rods, cast pistons. This one got D&J tool steel wrist pins, and then it got a 6.7 ported head. We do exhaust porting and as much intake porting as we can. We keep the stock shelf. Nothing too crazy on the head, but obviously we got the Manton valve train under here with the valve springs, the billet valve bridges, new 6.7 rocker arms, the 7/16 Manton push rods, Hamilton 188/220 camshaft. Of course, we got the fluid dampener with the full power kit with the extra dowel, and then this one even got the super sweet King Speed front cover. It's running 200% injectors, dual stock CP3. It's got a stock 6.7 CP3, and then I believe this is a Duramax based CP3. Over here we got this first generation Bronco project, which was on the back burner for the longest while with the move and everything like that, because project like this isn't a quick and easy one. But basically we did a full frame swap, we did full suspension. It's this James Duff, yeah, I guess it's big with the Bronco guys. I don't know, customer brought it, so we installed it. And as you can see, we got a Coyote 5.0 that we're stuffing in here. Of course, you got the, I think this is a 6R80 transmission with a Atlas T-case. And then we got a whole bunch of work to do. Right now we got the cab off because we were fitting new inner fenders and, you know, trying to get the motor situated. It's a lot of motor, as you can see, just stuff in this little Bronco. But overall, cool little project, and stoked to see that come to an end. I'll update you guys on that one. Over here we got my buddy Josh's second gen that he picked up. Full basically like a trophy truck, I guess. It's got full suspension, coilovers, long travel, cage, bed cage, the big old king shocks, all that good stuff. Even has a roll cage inside, some race seats. But in here under the hood is where we've been working our magic. You guys can see this engine when he bought it was leaking quite literally out of every orifice. You know, and at first he wanted to just kind of attack one leak at a time, but when these old Cummins, especially like these 12 valves, 24 valves, when they start leaking out of every orifice, I mean, if you just start doing one thing at a time, by the time you've finished it all back up and come back around, one, you'll be into it, especially at a shop, you're going to be into it way more money doing it little by little at the end of it than you would be if you just had us pull the motor out and resealed it all. And also, it's very likely by the time you get all the way around, you're now leaking at the first thing you started at. So better off just pull the whole thing out, reseal it all. And in the meantime, we were able to get this sweet color done to everything. Oh yeah, that looks a little better with the light, but this sweet forest green that he wanted. He already had the BD compounds. It's already got some upgraded injectors and things like that. Looks like a OG fluid dampener, old school Vibratech. But you know, we're big fans of fluid dampener around here. And yeah, you know, we took the time out to wire wheel up all the hardware, all these fuel injection lines. They're not new, they're just wire wheeled. And yeah, power wash the whole engine bay. And overall, you know, there's a pretty good start to this project. He just picked this up a couple months ago, so pretty sweet. We got this OG 7.3 Power Stroke in for a couple repairs, diagnostic, and I think IPR and some stuff like that. 6.0 doing 6.0 things with high pressure oil leak. A second gen getting a new power steering pump and some other stuff. Another 6.0 doing 6.0 things. We just put a fast and new injectors in it. And then a 5th gen doing 5th gen things. fuel system got taken out, and insurance is covering the job, so waiting on parts. Duramax, missing an engine. We got no engines. And then just some other random bits. We got a that Illuma Duty just got a new PCM and some wiring repairs. That was a nightmare. Third gen in for some diagnostics. Back ordered DEF line, super sweet that the EPA makes us put all this emissions crap on it, and the manufacturers don't have to worry about keeping anything in stock. So this truck was down for a month over a $150 DEF hose. Big booty mega cab over here. Gosh dang, she thick. Typical 4th gen VGT failure, getting a fleece cheetah. We got this 3rd gen here fighting some injector issues, waiting on the injector company to warranty out the injectors that failed. And then this super sweet 6.0 is another one of mine. I picked this up a couple months ago, and if you know anybody that wants it, it's for sale. Super sweet bone stock, and I mean bone stock, even down to the radio. But this one got a fully built, or fully rebuilt engine, I should say. It's not built, but fully rebuilt engine with all the fixings, new injectors, ARP head studs, of course, Kill Devil diesel, O-ringed heads, new turbo, all painted nice and clean. Still got to do some buttoning up. I just finished it a little while ago. Riff Raff diesel, coolant filter. Really like those coolant filters. And then a new AC kit, and you know, all the normal stuff. But this thing, I'm telling you guys, it is freaking sweet. I mean, besides those headlights, I'm not a fan, but this is the that dually. This is what the 48 700 HD is going into. And then this is the old 6.0. You guys will remember we did the motor, transmission, a whole bunch of work to it, and I ended up selling it a couple months ago, and it's back here with a weird electrical gremlin. All right, start her up. All good. Left turn signal light stays on, kind of weird. Let's check it out. What? So yeah, this is an interesting issue we got. When you turn the left turn signal on, it shuts the truck off. So yeah, kind of tracking that down, figuring that out, hoping it's not related to something like the alarm system, the aftermarket alarm system that got installed, and the headlights and all that, because wiring's always fun, but it is what it is. And then we got this super sweet 3rd gen PreRunner looking thing. And yeah, it's missing an engine too, because it's getting our 700 HD 5.9, which is basically a copy of the purple engine that I had, the purple and gray one. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll figure out how to link it somewhere around here. I don't know, wherever it goes. But I'll figure that out for you guys. And then this big old booty L5P Duramax just got a set of DDC dually wheels. What I really like is that he optioned to get the non-dually front wheel, which I think is a killer look. And I think it was a zone 5-inch lift. So we got this done yesterday, which was Friday, and waiting on it to go to alignment on Monday. So anyway, moving on. I think you guys deserve a little update on old girl here. You guys can see, keen-eyed among you may see some changes already. Wheels and tires, little things, but the real changes have been happening right here. She is now sporting a whole new turbo setup, whole new fuel system, and quite a few other changes that I'm still kind of working on. Went with a smaller tire to kind of help get it out of the hole on the drag strip, so that we'll see how that goes. We got these super sweet weld wheels. Really stoked on those. If you guys see here, these are actually the old wheels off my truck. I sold them to Austin, and pretty sweet, but I don't know, something about the little tire makes it a little more race trucky to me, which, you know, as long as it looks good, that's all that matters. And I also went with a 20 by 10, so they don't stick out super far like these used to, which, you know, is what it is. But anyway, moving on. This is the main event, I would say. What you're looking at here is a Frank built compound turbo system. So don't judge too hard on the turbo kit, please. This is my first attempt at building fabricating, I guess, anything of substantial, like, whatever. One thing, I didn't do any of the welding. That's way out of my caliber, especially the TIG welding. You guys can see phenomenal welding done by my buddy Brandon. He has a shop here, but basically I did all the cutting and fitting and tacking up, and you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it looks pretty sweet, especially for a novice like me and a complete amateur. So yeah, basically what you're looking at is we got a forced inductions S480 9610 on the manifold with a forced inductions GT55 98 111 137 divided housing with dual turbo smart 45mm gates that directly dump into the interstage pipe to drive the atmosphere charger as hard as we can. All 3.5-inch piping, stainless brothers piping. All the flanges are from Keating Machine. They make the freaking top-notch flanges. I mean, they have everything. They have the GT55 flanges, the T6 flanges, all the V-band stuff, super clean. Then we got our 3.5-inch interstage or intercooler pipe, I should say, with the couple bungs we put in for nitrous boost, whatever we need. Underneath, I added a exhaust pressure sensor, and I went ahead and before I had just push lock lines, but I went ahead and added these nice braided hoses. I don't mind all the soot and exhaust. For the first couple drives I drove it, I didn't have the hood stack. I had to take it back to Brandon to get that fabricated. Actually yesterday picked it up, so still a mess. I haven't gotten to clean it up. Same with the turbos. I used and the King Speed valve cover. I used some degreaser that definitely wasn't polish friendly, so gonna have to take these all off and repolish everything, which is always fun, but you know, it is what it is. As far as the fueling updates go, originally we had 200% injectors, and that's what we made our 1723 horse number on. But for the new goals, that wasn't enough, so again called up Dynamite Diesel and got a new custom set of 350% injectors. And with that, the original CP3 setup that I had was originally the Dynamite 12 mil on the engine with a stock 6.7 over top. As you guys can see, it is now a Dynamite 12 mil. So we got dual Dynamite 12 mil CP3s, and then we updated. So originally the Fleece dual CP3 has the top CP3 feeding into the bottom one, and now we have a true dual fed rail where each CP3 goes and feeds the rail. So shouldn't have any problems with fueling this year. Fast again stepped on board and helped us out. We got a pretty sweet dual motor. See if we can get you a better angle here. We got one of their dual motor 340 gallon per hour pumps, and got it hanging out back because I think it just looks friggin' sweet. But yeah, that thing's a monster. It uses dash 12, which is 5/8 hose for the feed, or the feed from the tank to the pump, and then it's using a dash 10 hose to the CP3s, which I got wide out to dual dash 8, feeding the CP3s. But so yeah, guys, that's kind of a quick update. Obviously, there's a lot more to go over with the Mega, but that'll have to be a future video. This one's getting kind of long as it is, and again, guys, I do apologize because it was just a lot of talking, but I had a lot to catch you guys up on. You know, it's been a while since we came together. Again, I apologize, and trust me, I got a lot coming up that I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm excited, and it's going to be a great year First event that we're going to be hitting up with the Omega back here is Randy's dyno event, or dyno and sled pull, I should say. We'll be hitting the dyno, and hopefully we'll crush our new goal. I think you guys can tell from the fuel and air setup that I got going on that I am shooting for a little more than 1,700 horsepower this time around. Again, guys, huge thank you for tuning in. If you guys made it this far, you guys are troopers. Again, I'm sorry about all the talking, but had a lot to catch you guys up on, and I'm looking forward to doing even more and getting some more videos pumped out soon. Sorry for the shaking video. My arm's just kind of getting tired now, so I think it's a good time to end the video. If you guys could, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, you got to get subscribed to keep up on what we're doing. And again, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.